But I don't think beauty is something that necessarily can be like fully defined. It really does vary. It's relative based on person and situation.
I like take for granted all the times that something takes my breath away, and that just indicates when I think within my subconscious something's beautiful.
And it's just, I think to just be happy is to just be beautiful, and the world looks beautiful when you're happy, and nothing can be wrong, and nothing can be ugly when you're in that state of just pure happiness.
It's not like anything I would ever be like consciously be like, oh, that's beautiful, but I feel like anything that like kind of takes my breath away for a hot second. The most beautiful thing I ever saw in my life was my mom, so anything my mom put on, even if it was like a velour tracksuit.
Because she, although these days I make fun of her fashion sense, when I was younger, like seeing her get dressed, I was always like, Mama, you look so beautiful, and like, I always wanted to be her.
I mean, it's sort of culture, and it's also just, I mean, everybody's different. Like, beauty alone is different. Like, people perceive different things as beautiful. TV watch and what it tells you to like, really, you know, because society is always sort of posting things to us, telling us what to like and what not to like, you know, and that changes. So places like here in the United States where, you know, sex and beauty and all these things are publicized all the time, and there's a very specific look and there's a very specific style to all these things, like that we associate that with beauty and success and being cool.
I think some people understand what beauty is and understand what makes a person beautiful, and I think other people haven't really learned that yet, and I feel like those are the people that voice their opinions about beauty the most, maybe because they're trying to convince themselves what beauty is, but I just think that for those people who don't know what it is yet, it's a little unfortunate because it just kind of means that they haven't found that in someone else or themselves yet.
I mean, I'm not that far from New York, so growing up, actually in New York, they're a lot more open to for people looking different. So like I was less, like here people were like, oh my God, I love your hair or whatever, but at home it was like, I was like kind of weirder. I was like a weird kid. But here, I came here to school and I was like, so many people look like me. Like oh my God, like this is amazing. I was just excited to not look like an alien anymore.
Like, you know, the phrase stopping to smell the roses and such, I think something beautiful kind of does that for you, because when you see something beautiful, you want to see it. So I guess the top and the bottom of it would be that beauty is something that is so just fantastic and astounding that you can't look away, and you just have to stop and take time from what you're doing to admire it.
I think it's almost the appreciation of something, because even the ugliest things can be beautiful.
And I think instead of trying to cut that line down the center and trying to find people who are beautiful and people who aren't and separate them, you need to just kind of find what's beautiful about every person rather than saying this group is beautiful and this group isn't.